Alright, time for my first knife review, and the knife I want to review right now is the Spyderco Manix 2 Lightweight. This knife is awesome. It's my favorite Spyderco that I own right now. Can't say that for sure about every Spyderco, haven't owned any, nearly enough of them to tell if it's, obviously my favorite of all time. But, I don't know, maybe one day I'll get that chance, if I'm lucky. That'd be awesome. I think a lot of us would like that. Anyway, so, designed by Eric Glesser, son of the man who created Spyderco. He did a really good job on this knife. I don't have the Manix 2 G10 versions, although I would love to try one of the sprint runs with a full flat grind. Those look really cool, and the steels they're offered in are really awesome. So the weight on this thing is 3 ounces, just giving you guys some specs right now. So 3 ounce weight, overall open length 8 inches, just about. The blade length is 3.4 inches, and that's not the cutting length. The cutting length is 2.8 inches. Presumably the extra 0.6 goes to this unsharpened part from right here, back here with the choil and everything. It's plenty enough cutting length, in my opinion. Cutting edge. This CDS BD1 steel on here does a great job performing. Easy to sharpen, very rust resistant. This thing has never rusted on me, and I EDC this for such a long time. It's got a nice polish on it. You can see the camera. There's a little Spyderco logo, CTS BD1, made in USA, which is awesome. That's not a deciding factor for me if a knife is made in the USA, but it's always nice, to have USA pride, I guess. The handle material, FRCP, fiberglass reinforced copolymer. I really like this handle material. I love it a lot better than FRN. FRN is almost, it almost feels gritty to me. I feel like if I scrape along it, I'm gonna get that weird nails scratching on a chalkboard feeling, and I'm just not into that. But this stuff is just perfect as far as texture goes. Bidirectional texturing. It's got this nice logo in the middle of it, sort of spiraling out, circular. I don't have my Delica on me right now, but if I remember correctly, Delica does the same thing with its FRN, and that's cool. It's plenty grippy, and even if it wasn't that grippy right here, just the ergonomics on it, they're more than enough to get the job done as far as grip goes. So that's really awesome as far as making the handle. The detent on this thing is really nice. It really just sucks it in, and that makes it nice for flicking out, because you can build up all that pressure, and then once you release it, whoops, it just flies right out. And this knife is mine. I've seen other people on YouTube, their Spyderco Manix 2s, they can just kind of bring the lock back and this will swing down. That'd be cool. I feel like they have a really smooth knife for that, but at the same time I wouldn't want to sacrifice that detent for just flicking it out, and as far as retention goes, because this thing does not shake out no matter what you do. Well, you can purposefully shake it out if you do the right motion hard enough, which is always nice to have that option. Yeah, it's pinned together all around the knife, even the pivot, which a lot of people don't like. It bugged me at first, but then I used it so much and I realized that it had no blade play, even after, I probably EDC'd this thing for 4 or 5 months on end, and it was perfect. It still is. There's no blade play. There's just nothing. Up, down, side to side. It's awesome. They did a really great job making these. I've heard some people got a couple lemons as far as, I don't know, maybe Spyderco hadn't, perfected the FRCP yet, and theirs were kind of flexing a lot and making weird crinkling noises when they would press down on them. But this thing, it's solid. The ball bearing lock works great in this thing. It's, you can't pull it back with one thumb, but it kind of sticks out on the sides, if you can see that, at a little angle, so that gives you plenty to kind of pull back on with 2 fingers, and I don't have enough room to do it right now, but you can swing this thing out if you flick it down and depress the lock. But once it locks in, it's gonna stay locked, and that's all you can ask from your knife. This thing is razor sharp. It came razor sharp. It's easy to maintain. The CDS BD1. It's a great steel. I have no complaints about this knife whatsoever. I tried a deep carry clip on this. I took my Sage 3 and I swapped clips on it. I don't know. This thing has just enough protruding to not be noticeable, but still, give you enough to kind of slide it out of the pocket. And when you're deep carrying, just that little tip right there sticks out, and you can't really grab onto it, like that. So this clip just works. It works really well. Overall, this thing cuts great. Food prep, a majority of what I do with these, it works out fine. I'll try to give a nice shot here while I kind of talk about that. Yeah, so food prep is great on this thing. The full flat grind on this just slices through whatever you're trying to cut up, be it, I don't know, for example, avocados or tomatoes or sandwich meat or anything. Yeah, it's just a great performing knife. You guys, I would highly, highly recommend this. It's just a great knife. Everything about this is just sweet. I've used it a lot. It's never let me down. Feels great in the hand. You can choke up on it. I think I already said that, but it's just perfect. The texturing on the back, the jimping, really digs into your fingers, and your fingers don't slide forward. And same on the choil on the bottom. There's jimping down there, and it works just fine. See if I can get a shot of that. One second. Anyway, you can see it. It's great. I've never had an issue with that. The spider hole is, I can't remember how many millimeters, but it, your thumb fits in it fine. You get enough of a purchase in there to kind of fling it out or just slowly open it. Take your time with it and enjoy it, because it's just awesome. I've said that too much, but it really is. I got this thing for, I think it was about $72 off of Amazon back in October, I think it was, and that's such a great deal for this, in my opinion. USA made. It's tough to come by something that affordable as far as a quality knife goes, and still get your money's worth out of it. Yeah, the Manix series, can't recommend it enough. The only thing that I noticed, which honestly isn't a big deal at all, it's one of those if you were to find something wrong with it, and I'm sure this is not that uncommon in knives, because nothing has perfect, like tolerances. You can kind of see that, well, maybe not, but it's a little bit off on its grind as far as where it starts on one side. Let me see if I can focus this in a little bit better. If I can't, that would be unfortunate. But yeah, this side up here has a little bit shallower of a grind, I would say, and this one a little bit more acute. But other than that, there's nothing wrong with this. The tip is great. I'll see if I can do a cut test on this. I mean, I sharpened this up, but yeah, this, no effort at all. I mean, this is obviously a index card, but this just slices paper, no pressure at all. These things are razor sharp. Yeah, so pick one up. I can't recommend this enough. Manix 2, lightweight, FRCP, dusk blue, beautiful knife. Go pick one up. That's all I can say. Thank you guys for watching. Subscribe, comment, message me, whatever. This is my first review, so I hope I held my own. These will definitely get better as I get more comfortable doing them, I guess. So thank you for watching.